Welcome to the NBA Pub Hub, Monday, January 17th. Hope everyone's having a enjoyable MLK Day, Martin Luther King Day, and every day at this, third Monday in January, which is when MLK Day falls. We know we've got tons of afternoon NBA. We've already got a bunch of games that have either ended or are already in action. We'll take you through the rest of the card here. We've still got 6 games remaining on this Monday MLK Day betting card in the NBA, so we'll break them down for you. Ian Cameron, Skee Profit, Dutch Boy Fresh, Trot Wham, ready to go. But before we get into the 6 games left, let's see where we're all at right now in terms of what we got going on for betting action currently. I mean, earlier today I split with the Pelicanos and the Hornets. I had those two teams 1-1. Pelicans let it slip in the second half. Bad second half for them after a good start in Boston. But I cashed with Charlotte. They got the job done against New York at the Garden. Right now, I've got Chicago plus 8.5 against Memphis. I took the points once it got that high, even with the guys out for the Bulls. Maybe a little bit of a bubble burst theory for Memphis. They finally had their streak snapped by Dallas. Maybe you lose a couple. That's sometimes the way I like to think, that when you have a big winning streak snap, it's hard to bounce back right away. So hoping Chicago can hang close with Memphis there, the TNT game. And I took the Clippers money line against the Pacers. And they're off to a very good start there. Just a bad Indiana team. And Clippers up early by double digits in the first quarter. Skee, have any of the games that have taken place or anything going on now? Did you bet anything?
I bet the game a little bit earlier. The Charlotte and Knicks game under 217. That one was pretty good.
Easy.
So
yeah,
that's all I've had so far. My games are later that I bet.
Yeah, MLK Day unders, especially the early games, like those noon, 1 p.m. Eastern, those real early starts, those are sometimes good bets, lower scoring, usually a little bit harder to get that offensive flow when you have a real early game like that. So, yeah, MLK Day unders. I know NBA bettors and handicappers I've talked to for 10-plus years since I've been doing this, and they all say the same thing, bet unders in those early MLK Day games. And, yes, definitely saw that with the Boston game and the New York game. Dutch, how are you feeling? What do you got going right now?
Yeah, man. Real quick, salute to the ladies, gents, and DJs for tuning in. You already know it's all love. And it is Medicate Monday. So be sure to hit that motherfucking like button like I'm hitting this plane, a Georgia pie. Get you right where you need to be. Yeah, man. Big shout out to everybody in the chat first off. Hopefully you all enjoying the start of the week. Be sure to share the video on all social media platforms, which that pretty much means is retweet the motherfucking show if you could and would, please. Big shout out to my guy, Ron Crawford. I have no action on this card, honestly, man, so far. I got action on the later part, so I ain't really got none. I like the Hornets early, but I didn't bet it, so I don't want to fucking talk about it. But hopefully everybody's cleaning up. Sounds like you're doing pretty well so far, Ian. My man Skee already cashed. Hope my man Wham Bam getting that money too. Let go.
Yeah, absolutely. I've just got Chicago-Memphis going in the background here, a TNT game, and tied right now. So a good first quarter there. Wham, so far, what are things looking like for you?
I mean, yeah, I'm looking pretty good. I had the Herbert Jones points, Jaylen Brown rebounds earlier today that cashed in the early game. I lost the hook on Josh Hart though. Just couldn't get his shot down. He really wasn't being assertive there. Other than that, I did take a stab with the Josh Allen points here, just thinking as far as the revenge factor with the Nets. Looks like the Cavs are up here. Hopefully, he can continue to contribute there. The rebounds looking good. But other than that, man, that's it. That's so far for the earlier games. I did want to take the Clippers with you there, but it was just so much shit going on. I got the kids in the house and stuff, so I'm already up. We could kick our feet up at this point, but we do have money to be made. It's money to be made, and that's the reason why we're here, bro.
Yeah, the Pacers are really bad when even I think the Clippers are a better option from a betting perspective than the Pacers. That's how bad it is right now for Indiana. They're down by 15, and we're in the first quarter of that game. All right, let's see how we're going to make money now for the rest of the day. Let's start with Milwaukee and Atlanta. 6 p.m. Eastern tip-off here. Milwaukee, 5.5-point road favorites, 233 the total in this game. I don't know about you guys. This is just bet against Atlanta for me until further notice. They got to show me something. They have not shown me anything. They lose to New York. I took the Knicks Saturday night when they played Atlanta. They were 2-point dogs. They won outright, 117-108 against this struggling Atlanta team. They've now lost 5 in a row. They failed to cover in all 5 of those games. They lose back-to-back to Miami. They lose to New York. And now they get a Milwaukee team probably not going to be coming in here in a good mood, losing to the Toronto Raptors in their last game, 103-96. You look at going into this game, other than maybe Drew Holiday being out, although that's not 100% for sure yet. Much healthier Bucks team than they've been at times this year. We'll have to see who's going to be available, if whether Holiday is going to be in, but it looks like as of now won't play
He's out.
with that ankle injury. He is confirmed out. Yeah, thanks, Dutch.
No Drew.
Yeah, he's definitely still out. So, but still, I mean, you got Giannis and Bobby Portis and Chris Middleton and a team that's coming off a disappointing performance on their home court, facing a team that's lacking confidence. They're totally out of sync. They're not necessarily playing great at the defensive end of the floor lately, if you look at their recent results. And I think Milwaukee brings it here. So I took Milwaukee -4. That's actually the number I got early today. It's gone up to 5.5. I would actually still lay it at 5.5. I still think there's some value. I think this is just an Atlanta team that's no bueno for me at this point in time. Skee, we'll start with you here. Bucks, Hawks.
Yeah, this one is simple, man. I know we got to give them a little bit of a cap, but it's no way I'm betting Atlanta. No way. Like they used to be good at home, right? Like a long, long time ago. I don't even remember when the last time they won at home. So it's simple, bro. I look at Atlanta like I look at the Pacers. I'm through with them. Bucks are pass. Only way to look in this game.
All right, Bucks are past, simple as that. And I'm looking at the home games. They haven't won a home game. They haven't covered a home game in a very long time. I'm looking at this streak that they're on. Oh my goodness, you go all the way back. I think it's 11 games, I believe.
11, last 11 at the house.
Yep. Straight up and ATS, and they haven't even covered one during that time. So, and you got Milwaukee off a loss too to the Raptors. Short number, they're the better team. Yeah, easy decision at least for. Doesn't mean it's going to be an easy win, but it's an easy decision for me to take Milwaukee here. Dutch, what do you think?
Yeah, man. Big shout out to Isdaro. Our guy Nets Bets. I see you, my dude. Jared, everybody in chat, salute. Yeah, man. Y'all said, man. Hey, we got 2 auto fades on this card. We started. We're probably gonna end this bitch with it. And I hope ski on both of them. My man. But yeah, man. Atlanta's an auto fade. We already know this. But one of the best things about this show when Ski's on now, we don't hear no trade talk, nothing. Because Atlanta's just some bull ass shit. So it's a beautiful thing. You said it, man. We don't got to go over all of it. But the one thing I will mention is the November 14th, the Hawks did beat these boys by 20 points. Prior to that, the prior 4 meetings, the Bucks were 4-1 against the spread and straight up. Average margin to win 16 points per game. So we get here, a lot of cats missing over there on the Atlanta side. I know it's a beautiful day today, but I don't think the luck's going to be in Atlanta, and it will be the Milwaukee Bucks. Early offense, whatever you want to do, trifecta spot. The numbers went up, but I believe it will be a double-digit win. We're getting Milwaukee here in a beautiful spot off of that loss to Toronto, and, of course, losing to Atlanta in the previous meeting.
All right, wham, Milwaukee, Atlanta.
Yeah, man, I'm right there with you guys. I'm not trusting the Hawks, even though they got my guy back, DeAndre Hunter, back, and he's had a block in every game since he's been back. And the block, I believe, it's a half a block just for -110. That's the play that I do like on the prop side for the Hawks. Other than that, that's pretty much it, bro. I don't want anything to do with him. Maybe DeAndre Hunter points. He's hit that 2 out of the last 3 times, but I'll probably stay away from that. I like the Bucks first half, man. I think the Bucks come out here steamroll. This team and the Hawks, they're allowing opponents the worst points in the paint over the last 5 games. We know who's the best in the paint. Is Giannis, one of those guys. So I expect him to eat tonight. I expect the Bucks to come out here and win wire to wire, bro.
All right, we have Portland, Orlando. Portland 2-point road favorites, 218 the total in this one. Blazers, looks like CJ McCollum back, which is good to see. Should be available for this game against Orlando. He hasn't played. Wow, December 4th, the last time we've seen CJ McCollum. Norman Powell, a game-time decision, could be removed from the protocol list for this game. Still, it looks like Lillard is going to be out, but at least they're getting a little bit healthier. Orlando has been a little bit of a sneaky team lately. They've hung around in games, covered some numbers. They faced Dallas in their last game. They ended up losing 108-92 to the Mavericks, who are suddenly playing some pretty good basketball. They return home off a 3-game road trip. Portland's won 3 of their last 4 and covered 3 of their last 4, beating Sacramento, Brooklyn, and winning at Washington, with just the loss to Denver, although it was a big loss, a blowout one, 140-108 to Denver. But starting to play just a little bit better, get a little bit healthier. Can understand why some people would want to take Portland. I don't know if I'd want to lay 2 now on the road, but I understand why the money's gone a little bit to the Blazers. Don't love it enough to bet it. It's going to be backwood for me. What do you think here, Dutch? We'll start with you, Portland, Orlando.
Yeah, man. You could tell it's Medicaid Monday because I'm heavily loaded. That's for sure. Because I do have the Blazers on my card today. I had to check it again, but I'm like, man, the Blazers been playing solid ball of late. To be honest with you, they really have. They won 3 out of the last 4. And then when it comes to the meetings, I know the Blazers don't have their cash back. You mentioned CJ coming back. People can say, oh, that could affect them raw. I don't believe it will. I believe they've taken their time with CJ because of the where they've been at kind of record-wise, just what the product they're putting out on the floor. So I believe, we'll see the best of CJ, and they need him. They need him out there to take the shot. So who's he really going to take the shots away from? I believe Simons turned it up. We were impressed with this guy off the bench, and now in the starting lineup, he's turned it up a whole nother fucking level. I'm very impressed from what I've seen from this guy. You got Little out there doing his thing. Nurkic is back, and then you got Covington. Honestly, right now, I think the starting 5, even without CJ, would probably handle Orlando, but I like it even better with CJ in there. Just makes it obviously very important is you got to knock down the perimeter shot, rebound the basketball. I don't expect them to play too much defense, so rebound the basketball and fucking knock down the perimeter shot. Get out of Orlando with a win. And to keep it real, these motherfuckers like going to the Magic City, Orlando. They like Disney World. They've won 9 straight meetings, 4-1 ATS last 5 in Orlando, 6-2. Won in the last 9 meetings against the number of the Blazers. Obviously, there's different cats on the court for both sides, but Orlando's nothing special. I believe the Blazers playing better ball will take advantage of a team that they're just got more talent than even without D-Lil.
All right, good stuff there. Skee, what do you think here, Blazers Magic?
I think, both of these defense suck. Portland's the worst defensive rated team in the league over the last 5 games. Orlando is bottom 5 too. And, I just think CJ back, it's not going to, if anything, it's not going to make him better defensively. It's only probably help him offensively. And, I think they play a little bit faster. So I like this game up and over. Portland games the last 2 weeks averaged 227.5 points. You have it at 218. I don't see why it's not higher with CJ in the lineup. And, Cole Anthony is in for Orlando. That's really who I care about. Yep. So give me the over.
All right, like and point. I wouldn't argue with that one bit. It feels like it could be higher scoring. Orlando, sometimes it's tough to get them over to this kind of a number, but Portland, this does seem short, this total for a Blazer game. And 2 bad teams, sometimes it's just roll the ball out, score points. Don't worry about defense, lack of intensity. So, yeah, I could see the case for the over here for sure. Wham, what do you think?
Yeah, it's very interesting that you say that too, because like Skee said, both of these teams' defense suck, man. They're bottom 5 in opposing 3-point percentage for the season. Over the last 5 games, though, is the Orlando Magic that's been kind of a little bit more tighter. I mean, they probably had a little bit better opponents, a little bit lesser than over the last 5 games, but they have been averaging 32% holding opponents to 3-point percentage there. In that span, I think you see some points here as well. I kind of would lean Orlando, just because I think they might be getting all the guys kind of cohesion wise together there. Franz Wagner starting to pick it back up a little bit. Cole Anthony being added into the lineup, so it seems like his game is getting a little bit better there. But other than that, man, I would just probably stay away from this game. I think I did have a prop here. Nasir Little, I think you mentioned it, Dutch. He's been killing, man. Over 1.5 3-point makes, 7 straight games, and it's plus money right now. That's the way I'm going here.
All right, good stuff.
Yeah.
And by the way, Portland, 18th for the season, possessions per game, but the last few games they've gone up to 7th. So a little bit faster, and as what Skee was alluding to, that they've played with a little bit more pace, and you've seen them pick it up just a little bit, and possession numbers have gone up just recently for them going into this game. All right, next up, we've got Toronto, Miami. Miami, 3-point home favorites, 207 the total in this game. I know a lot of people were looking at this game and saying, wow, maybe we're going to see Kyle Lowry get to face his former team for the first time, but going to have to pump the brakes and put that on hold. He is not going to play tonight for the Miami Heat due to a personal matter, apparently. So no Lowry for the Heat. Bam Adebayo, a game-time decision as well for them in this matchup tonight, but it looks like he's trending toward playing, and we have not seen Bam since late November. In fact, the final game in November for the Miami Heat was the last time we saw him on the floor. So it's looking like Bam Adebayo will make his return from a long absence tonight for the Miami Heat for this game. Toronto, wow, what a crazy weekend for them. They probably couldn't have played much worse against the Detroit Pistons on Friday night. And Detroit just finds a way to beat Toronto. And that's always a situation where the former Raptor coach, Dwayne Casey, seems to have his team ready to play the Raptors. It was like that on Friday night. Then they turn around, they beat Milwaukee on a back-to-back on Saturday. So that's what this Toronto team can do. On their best night, they can beat anybody, to be quite honest with you. And on their worst night, they can also lose to anybody. And they showed you that against Detroit Friday night. So we'll see what we get with the Raptors here. We'll also see if they get a couple of players that have been missing for them lately, Scotty Barnes and Trent. Gary Trent's a game-time decision still, but it does look like Scotty Barnes, one of our favorites here, is going to return tonight for the Raptors in this game. So it's not a strong opinion. I kind of think Miami's sitting in a pretty good spot here, and the price is probably low enough, -3, but I'm probably just going to lean that way. Not sure I'll get involved with it. Wham, we'll start with you on this one. Raptors taking on the Heat.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how U7, I'm sure I've said that wrong again for the consecutive time
You're
here.
at 7.
But yeah, U7, whatever.
Something like that.
But no, Max Truss is who I still trust in, bro. Even though Bam comes back in the lineup, maybe him and Amir is in the lineup together. That's one thing I'm kind of interested in seeing. I want to see how they're going to add him into the lineup because his production definitely has been there since Bam been out. They're going to try to keep that fire lit there with him being, added into the lineup, sprinkled here and there. With Bam being maybe added, Cullum in the last game maybe added. I think they still ease off the wheels with both of those players. They probably won't get rushed out there as much. So I expect Max Truss to still go off as far as from three. I expect this Miami team to still put up points. Now it's just going to be about are the Raptors going to put up points? I do believe that. They've been holding opponents though over the last 5 games. Pretty much good defense from that team here. This is a game that I'm going to be scouting here, honestly, to be honest with you. I'm probably not going to have any action here, but if I would be playing something, it probably would be Pascal, because I think Pascal still probably eats hitting at 62% over the last 8 games on this over 21.5 points. So that's probably where I'll be going.
Yeah, it's tough for me. It's tough for me, Wham, from a side perspective here, because you got Miami off a loss to Philadelphia. It feels like on paper that's a good type of situation to want to back them here tonight in this game. But at this end, they've been very good off a loss this year as well. I've got Miami 10-5 straight up, 11-4 against the spread off a loss this year. But the Raptors have covered 11 of their last 15 games, coming into tonight. They've been very good from a point spread standpoint. So it's a game where I'm torn between both of them here tonight. Dutch, what do you think here? Raptors Heat.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Jay Peasy, Viper, Star Child, long ball Larry. My fault. Said Simons went to high school in Orlando. That's a nice little nugget, bro. So I do like that prop as well. This game's tough. This game is just super exotic with me, but I think honestly, man, it could be a paper plane by the game time. I was hoping this is one of those games where I kind of wanted to talk out with the fellas and even the chat. Let me know in the chat really what the vibe is on this game. Because this is a tough game for me. I like Miami obviously off a loss, but they're not that good as home favorites. They're like I believe 1-8 the last 9. As home favorites. And then Ian touched on it. You look at the Raptors, 12-15 against the spread, last 15 or 12-3 last 15 against the number. That's pretty fucking juicy. And then we look at it, they're 4-0 against the number as a dog. And they're 7-2 straight up last 9. I mean, had an impressive win, I believe, against the Milwaukee. In Milwaukee was playing. We've seen that.
Gave Phoenix everything they could handle
as well. Yes,
yep.
And
they're a good team, bro.
That was a sweater. In Toronto, got out of there with luckily a push. Actually, think you're right about that, Ian. So yeah, this game's difficult to me. I want to just go up there and load up on MIA and be loving the Heat, but at the same time, I look at Toronto as a pretty solid team. They're well coached. I think this could be a very good competitive game to watch. The number looks pretty sharp, so I might just sit back and watch. We'll see how we talk this out, but yeah, for as of right now, it's an exotic wood.
Yeah, it should be an interesting basketball game, though. Should be a good one. Raptors, I don't know what to think. Are they a good team, or are they just a team that's pretty decent that's being propelled by a great coach? That part of me thinks that as well, because
Well,
Nick Nurse
personally,
has been working wonders again so late, especially lately with this team.
if you get Siakam of what we've seen in the last game, a couple games, you get the Siakam of old before he became a shell of himself. I think they can be a pretty fucking good team. I believe that because they got the guards, and obviously they got to rebound and protect the paint. But Siakam to me is the key.
Yeah, he
That's
is.
my thing too, though. I think he is playing at that level, though, bro. It's just like
Right.
you
That's
got
what I was
guys in and
like.
out the lineup. It's probably throwing off the cohesionness, and got some guys got to step up, some guys can't step up. That's probably the problem here. I think this is a really good team, and that's another reason why I probably haven't bet the side or anything on in this game.
Yeah, and Siakam's trending in a good way right now. He's trending up. He's played really good. I'd say 7 to 10 games, he's played a lot better, dishing it out, assists, scoring better, doing the things at the other end, defensively, rebounding as well. So, yeah, definitely he's had a nice stretch here lately, Siakam, but he's got to do that consistently for them. Skee, what do you think, Toronto, Miami?
Real quick, Ian, remind me, did you bet Toronto in this game?
No, I didn't.
All right.
So you like Miami, Ski?
I told you already, man. And
both of these is his team, though. Both of these
Miami
are
off a loss, and I love Miami a lot.
He does like it.
I'm not going against them.
You're right. He likes Miami a lot. I think he likes Miami more than I do.
No,
I
but
think he probably bet the Miami for sure on this show more than Toronto for sure. I can almost guarantee that.
Oh yeah.
No, but my point is, like, he's a fan of Toronto. So when he feels like, if he feels like they have a shot, he's gonna bet it. And he don't feel they have a shot today, but I don't know, something make him nervous. I'm not nervous, Dutch, I heard him talk for as long as I've heard him talk on the backwood before. I'm gonna go ahead and hit it. You know what I'm saying?
Scary, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm gonna go ahead and hit it. Miami, it hasn't really mattered who they put in the lineup. They just continue to go out there and win and cover. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think the Raptors been that good on the road. I don't know whether I think it's lately they ain't been that good on the road.
Right.
I know in the first half they're 5-8-2 against the spread on the road. And I just look at Miami lately. Last 5 game stats, they're top 10 and everything I care about: offensive rating, defensive rating, rebound percentage. I look at Miami last 10 first halves. I think they've covered 7 of them. I like Miami early and often in this game. I think you get in twice and get paid.
All right, so maybe a first half and full game, split it up.
Lastly, like, Dutch, -3 is pretty much asking them to win. And I'm gonna say anyway, Miami has won 26 out of 43 games. They've covered what is it? No, they've won 27 out of 43 games and they've covered 25 of them. Once Bam is rolled in, where do you think this line is going? You might as well get in now, Playboy.
Yeah, man. See, this is why I wanted to talk it out. See, I might have to press
That's
something
right.
now, bro. That's some good shit.
Yeah, I think they scored for sure.
Yeah, it's a good game because the Raptors have got something going, but Miami, I would think even without Lowry and tonight, Bam's coming back off a loss to Philadelphia. I think you're going to get a good performance, good effort from them. Spoelstra doesn't usually get them to play.
Still got Hero out there.
Yeah, they shot terrible in that game. They shot like 26% from 3. Duncan Robinson like 0 for 8. You're not about to see that again.
Okay.
Yeah, you would think. Yeah, definitely. You would think the shooting percentage is for sure going to go up and improve a little bit here tonight for Miami after that performance. All right, we go on now. Next up to Phoenix and San Antonio. Suns 3.5-point road favorites, 227.5 the total in this one. Phoenix, this is one of those concerning spots for them because you look at 11th, the 14th, the 16th on the road, and now back-to-back on the road after playing Detroit yesterday. So this ain't the best situational scheduling spot in the world for Phoenix, whereas San Antonio comes into this game with the day off at least and rested and no travel because they hosted the Clippers on Saturday and they won that game 101-94. But the Suns are playing really well. They've won 6 of their last 7. They only lost to Miami. They've won all 3 games of this road trip. They do have Dallas coming up. So this one's kind of a little bit lower on the totem pole, I would say, compared to that game. So I think there's some people seeing that this may not be the greatest situation or the greatest scheduling spot in the world for Phoenix. But is San Antonio good enough to take advantage? I know they beat the Clippers, but the last game, but the Clippers definitely have their share of issues. They had lost 5 in a row before that game. Keep that in mind, San Antonio. So we'll see how this one plays out. If anything, maybe an over here. You've got San Antonio and Phoenix. 3 of the last 4 head-to-head meetings have gone over the total. Phoenix certainly lit up Detroit pretty good. Do they fall off a little bit defensively? The San Antonio defense has been pretty bad lately. Now they shut down the Clippers, but the Clippers are without a lot of key parts that make their offense go. Cleveland and Houston, they gave up 242 points combined in those games, and both of those teams shot at or better than 50% or close to 50% in those games. So this one could get up and over the total. Betting markets kind of sense that because total's gone up as already in this game up to 227 as of right now with the current number. Skee, what do you think here, Phoenix, San Antonio?
Real quick, I just thought I wasn't picking on Ian or nothing. All I'm doing is capping the capper, and that's what y'all should be doing too. If you can cap the capper and get a good feel for, when they talk about certain things and how it goes, that's what you should definitely be doing with the show. So this game, Phoenix and San Antonio, I mean, you only bet San Antonio home games one way, and that's up and over the total. They've gone that way 14 out of 18, and versus a Phoenix team who's, both teams are top 10 in pace over the last 5 games. It's moved, 4.5 points? I still think it's one-way ticket. You bet it over or leave it alone.
Yep, I agree with that. It's definitely, I think, a game where we're going to see some points scored. Plus, you worry about that Suns defense. They're one of the best, if not the best, defensive team in the NBA. But it's the end of a road, or you're playing back-to-back on the road. Don't usually have your defense quite as sharp sometimes in those kind of spots. Maybe that happens tonight in this game as well. Wham, how do you see it here? Suns, Spurs.
Yeah, man, I think I do agree with you guys here as far as the points being scored here in this game. I do like Keldon Johnson today as far as his points prop, but I did take officially the over 1.5 3-point makes for him. He's hit this 4 of the last 5 times. In this game, I do like the Keldon Johnson prop. This is the most thing I like here. And I did want to speak on this though too, man. As far as the Suns, bro, like we obviously seen them take the foot off the gas since they went on this crazy streak. They got Aiden. Looks like he broke his ankle. Cade Cunningham had him in the spin cycle, got him out the game. He's probably not going to be in this lineup today. So you probably will look into the other kid. I forgot his name here. The other center there for the Suns, maybe possibly
Smith.
Smith, Jalen Smith. That's what I couldn't get his fucking name out of my mouth. But yeah, there it is. But him as far as on the rebounds. But other than that, that's the only thing I would like on the Suns side. As far as the play that I did make here in this game is Keldon Johnson over 3s.
All right, there it is. Keldon Johnson for the Spurs over made 3s for Wham from a prop standpoint in this game. Dutch, Phoenix, San Antonio.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Mr. Nate Dog 420. I see you, my man. H-Town, Mr. H-Town. He said it, man. He said, hey, the Suns ain't the same without D.A. I really don't believe they are either, man. DeAndre ain't one of the better big men in this game. I don't believe he'll be out there. This is an exotic backwood. Honestly, if I had to, if it's only a game out here, I bet this bitch. But unfortunately for us, it's not. So yeah.
All right, there we go. Good stuff. All right, next up we've got Oklahoma City and Dallas. Dallas 11.5-point home favorites, 210 the total in this game, and it's been a really good stretch of basketball really since the turn of the new year, 2022. Although they did win against Sacramento on New Year's Eve, but really starting from that point. They've played great. I mean, so far in 2022, I've got the Mavericks at 7-1, straight up, 6-2 against the spread. They beat OKC, Denver, Golden State, Houston. Nice win against Chicago. Beat Memphis, ended Memphis's incredible double-digit win streak, and no letdown. The very next day, back-to-back, back home against Orlando, and they take care of business 108-92. In that game over the Orlando Magic. So the Dallas Mavericks certainly playing well. We'll see if they can keep it going here tonight. Of course, Brunson's been so good for them lately. And Porzingis, when Porzingis has been healthy and Porzingis has been on the floor, he's played pretty well this year for the Dallas Mavericks. So you got to give him a lot of credit as well. Brunson's really become an impact player for Dallas. All of a sudden, Luka Doncic has a lot of a supporting cast now that he can rely on, maybe a lot more than previously. Is this the spot, though, to lay 11.5 with Dallas? Because the one thing about the Thunder, they're coming into this game going 6-1-1 ATS the last 8 games. You look at a lot of their losses, 9-point loss to Dallas, 8-point loss to Minnesota, 4-point loss to Denver, 4-point loss to Washington. They beat Brooklyn about 4 days ago, and then a 5-point loss on Saturday night to Cleveland. So this Thunder team has been competitive. They've been in the majority of these games lately. So to me, I worry a little bit for Dallas laying this many points here against a competitive OKC. This is a tough one because Dallas, it's hard to step in front of them, but feels like this, it's a Oklahoma City team that are they going to have that focus for 48 minutes? And all the Thunder do is just hang in there, stay in a game. So this could be one where I'm tempted by an OKC first half full game split that maybe they just catch Dallas a little bit lethargic tonight potentially. And I like the way OKC battles. They have been pretty solid at both ends of the floor, better lately. I'm leaning a little bit to the Thunder here and might split it up first half, full game. What do you think here, Dutch? We'll start with you on this one. OKC, Dallas.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Maurice Walker, Mr. Eric Brown. I see you. This game, yeah, it's a backwood for me, man. That's all I got. It's a backwood, but too many points.
Yeah. It's not easy to go against Dallas. It's not, because this could be like Orlando, right? Where it's maybe competitive for a little bit, and then Dallas pulls away and they win by 15, and that'll cost you if you end up taking the points with the Thunder tonight. But I think OKC can hang in it here a little bit. I like the way they've been able to stay in games.
Y'all love the Thunder, man. Y'all Thunder buddies.
I do.
It's about to be 3 Thunders right now, but I'm not gonna do it. But I do believe it's too many points.
Yeah, it is. Skee, what do you think here? Thunder and Mavs.
Don't be scared of them points, Dutch. Don't be scared to take them, man. OKC. I mean, it's too many, bro. Ian already listed off. They covering all these numbers, so it's only one way ticket as far as the spread is concerned. But I like the under in this game. I disagree with where the market has pushed it to 210. Dallas playing at the slowest pace in the league last 5 games. Over the last 2 weeks, their game's only averaging 201.5 points per game. They've gone under 6 of their last 7. The under is 28-13 on the year. At home is 15-4. This is an under game. OKC's the second worst offensive rated team in the league last 5 games. I don't see very many points here. I like this one under the 210.
All right, there we go. Under 210. And I agree. It's definitely seems like a slow-paced team, and 2 teams that we rely on to play solid defense more often than not, at least of late, especially. Wham, what do you think? OKC, Dallas. You're muted.
I was just going to say, this is probably going to be a backwood for me here. I may not even watch this game. Just a lot more other action here that I like here. And again, we already won today. There's no reason to force it.
There you go. Nothing wrong with that. All right. By the way, we got 200 or 184 live viewers. Hit the like button. Hope everyone's having a good MLK day and enjoying all the afternoon action going on. I wish it was like this every day. Someone that's just working from home every day. It would be nice to have these type of days every day during the week where you got games afternoon and night. But
I know it's a holiday and it's Medicaid Monday, but we need to hit that motherfucking like button a little bit more. We down near 40 motherfucking minutes in this bitch and haven't hit a hundo yet. Come on now.
I agree with that. Let's go. Hop to it.
Step it up a little bit. I know y'all out there doing your thing today.
150 is the new Mando, remember?
Yeah, we got 150 now. 150 new Mando.
Exactly. Step your game up, people. Hit that like button. We definitely appreciate it. All right, let's go to the final game now of this Monday card. Utah Jazz, LA Lakers. Jazz 4.5, 5-point road favorites at the Crypto Barn. 230.5 in this one. Obviously, the Lakers, what do we get from them tonight? Because that was kind of like a rock bottom type of night the other night against Denver. It's just an atrocious loss. Magic Johnson is sounding off, saying Lakers fans deserve better than this. It's embarrassing, lack of effort, yada, yada, yada. That's 3 losses in a row now for the Lakers. Memphis, Sacramento was a bad loss too. And then it was even worse against Denver. No defense at all. Denver shoots 47 of 91 from the floor, and they get drilled 133-96. So, if the Lakers are worth their salt, they show up and play their asses off tonight. But do we trust them to do that's the question. Utah, they beat Denver just last night, 125-102. It is back-to-back. It's a rest edge for the Lakers. it kind of worries me here that this is a spot the Lakers do show up after kind of everybody getting upset with them. Magic Johnson kind of calling them out. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, certainly in paper, this looks like the Jazz should win, should cover. But I just get that sense if there's one night the Lakers actually, really dig in and show you a great performance start to finish, it could be tonight. I mean, you got to show something. You've still got LeBron on this team, and some pride's got to kick in when you get absolutely embarrassed 133-96 like that, to the point where Magic Johnson's sounding off about how pathetic you are as a team. That's probably pretty bad. So I wouldn't surprise me to see the Lakers show up tonight. So I'm not betting it, but don't be surprised if the Lakers are right in this game at the end and maybe pull out the win. I'm just saying that it's just got that feel to it. As far as the total goes, I also think they might finally play some defense tonight, because that was embarrassing defense the other night against Denver, but there's no freaking way I'm still betting a Laker game under. There's no way, no how I'm doing it, especially when I've been cashing overs in almost every game they've played lately. So I would still only look to points and the over at 230 and a half in this one. Skee, here you go. Jazz and Lakers. Do the Lakers show some pride after the embarrassing performance the other night?
They should. I mean, you listed off reasons why. Magic calling him out, LeBron putting his tweet out on Twitter, but do you trust him? Hell no, I don't trust him. And, I'm going to tell y'all, if you didn't see my Twitter, like the last Laker game, it was the most beautiful thing ever as far as for my pocket. I didn't spend not 1 second of my night watching that game, and all I did was bet the over, and it was so relaxing. I don't have to see any of the bad hoops. I don't have to see none of anything. You know what I'm saying? So I hear what they're saying, but I'm not buying it as far as putting my money down. I just can't do it. So I might actually peek at the game and see if they, actually trying. But you know what I'm doing. Until Anthony Davis come back, no defense will be played. You bet this game one way, up and over.
I agree. I'm not backing down from another over bet in this game. That is the way I'm betting it here. I mean, they can talk all they want about how they're going to show up tonight. It was embarrassing against Denver, just piss poor, total non-existence with their defense the other night. Doesn't mean we're actually going to see it improve and be better defensively. We've actually got to see it. And this is now how many days, weeks? You could even say a calendar month in a row with no defense from this Lakers team. It's at the point now where I got to see it before I bet any other way but over. What do you think here, Dutch? Jazz and Lakers?
Yeah, man. Skee finally learning. Yeah, man. I'm digging it. And big shout out to our guy Alex Ramirez, Lucky Power. I see you, my dude, Nathan. Yeah, man. Hey, I'm excited for this game. I ain't gonna lie to you. And on Saturday it was a beautiful thing to me too, because my guy Skee, he didn't bet the Lakers like I asked him not to. And I was the Nuggets first half full game because I knew it was about to be a motherfucking ass whooping. And that's what's gonna happen tonight. All that shit Ian said was sweet, but that shit don't fucking matter, bro. Magic Johnson is some. Like, come on, man. He ain't playing, is he? Come on, man. I'm just saying that motherfucker suiting up because they could use him, and they bring out some shooters. Dennis Scott and them boys too. They need a motherfucker to play some defense and shoot and knock down a motherfucking jump shot, because that shit ain't happening. That's all I'm telling you. The best thing going right now in LA is LBJ, and he'll probably keep him in the game till about the third quarter. But that's all he's gonna do, and he'll probably load it up. So if you want to bet the props, LBJ, I ain't mad at it. But I ain't touching nothing on the fucking Lakers side. I'm loading up on the Utah motherfucking Jazz. They are on a back-to-back, but check it. They had like 3 fucking games off before that, so they're well rested. They put it on Denver last night. They was in cruise control from third quarter on. I believe they're gonna look at these Lakers in LA. And believe me, LBJ still got that little aura, so people like to beat that ass. It don't matter that they just got their ass whipped, because this is what they do. They're 0-3 straight up against the number. And last 3 games, they are allowing 125 points per game in that span. So you're right. The over is probably a motherfucking good-ass bet. I do like the team total a little bit better for the Utah, over 117.5. These motherfuckers are the number 1 scoring team in the league, averaging 115 points. They got all their horses back. You tell me who's going to fucking stand in front of the Utah Jazz. Mitchell, everyone, Clarkson, Bogdanovich, everyone going to eat tonight. And they got Rudy Gobert back. He looked very good last night as well. The Lakers are 2-4 against the number last 6, 1-4 against the Western Conference. Now, December 3rd, the last win versus the last win versus a team with a winning record is December 13th. The November 10th was the last time they beat a team at home with a winning record. I'm telling you, man, these Lakers are fucking auto fade. My guy Daryl said it. The beginning was the Hawks, and you're right, my man. The end was the motherfucking Lakers. Auto fade. Load up on the motherfucking Utah Jazz. I'm gonna stay away from the first quarter, first half. Y'all want to get cute, but they will cover the 4.5. That 4.5, that's good money.
There you go, Utah Jazz -4.5. Back-to-back be damned. And there's no back-to-back concern for Gobert. He just came back from an absence last night. He's fresh as a daisy,
I
as
think they
far
had
as
3
I'm
days off
concerned.
before that game, too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they should be well rested. And Mitchell and a lot of these guys are just now getting back in the lineup due to that bullshit they call COVID. So, you already know they're well rested. And they're going to put it on these boys. I'm telling you, the Lakers against the rest, they got the 2 days rest, and they still can't win. They're like 1-8 against in the last 9 against the number on 2 days rest. So even them old ass motherfuckers get the extra 24 and they still ass. I'm telling you, nothing gonna save them unless Magic Johnson walking through that door, which I don't believe gonna happen.
Yep, it's all kinds of problems right now for the. We've got to get back to the drawing board, get our defense right, says Vogel. I saw that same damn quote from that guy 2-3 weeks ago, or something similar, or something about defense. We got to look at it, and he's saying the same thing. When you start to see these, and the coaches do this all the time, when things aren't going well and they start to repeat themselves and answer the same questions with the same answers, they're out of answers at this point.
Vogel's 1 foot out the door too. We could add that in there too, but he's 1 foot out the door.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll tell you one thing. And it hasn't been good long term, but it's been working this season. Home dogs with rest versus an opponent on the back-to-back, they have covered 76.9% of games out of 27 games.
How many of those were the Lakers? That's all I give a fuck about, because I don't fade the Lakers. That's a
Did the Lakers
thing
do
right
any
there,
of that?
Yeah. Said, but this is a fade of the motherfucking Lakers. Fuck all that shit.
There you go.
Hey, I'll scroll and check for you.
You said you're not betting the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
Hey, I gotta throw him a little something.
No, it's a good little nugget.
Hey, alley hoop.
But go ahead and clean it up. Wham Bam.
So, hey, man, listen. Both of these teams over the last 5 games, they allowing opponents a combined of 240.8 points to opponents, man. Come on, man. It's the only way it's going over this total, bro. I'm thinking like Skee too, man. Cut the fucking game off. Do I want to see Westbrook throw them hard-ass rebounds or throw them hard-ass fucking layups, bro? No, I do not. No, I do not want to see this shit. Like you said, I want to see some good hoops, bro. I might be able to have to click on something else or – you know what I mean? Actually do my job or some shit. I don't know what the fuck is going to happen here. But also on the real spill, though, as far as the props that I do like, I think the shooter does return. Malik Monk probably goes over his points here. Over 1.5 threes is over 2.5 threes is where I'm going to be laying my money here on the props there. Just a little something, nothing too big here. But the official play is over 230. Over 230.5, I think you can get it right now. So over 230 is what I got. Over 230.5 is what I'll give y'all right there. But that's the only way I'm going here. I think I'm like Skee, man. Cut the shit off, bro. Maybe not even watch this shit. Do I trust LeBron going on the fucking internet? No, I don't.
There you go. Exactly.
Hey, real quick. What was that Monk prop? Because that's my guy right there. I can rock with that.
I see 16. Yeah, 16.5 for the points. I like the 16.5 in the points, but the 2.5 3-point makes, and then also both of these teams giving up 3-pointers. 13.4 for Utah, 14.2 for the Lakers. Dead last in that regard. 42% the Lakers are giving up from 3. And this team is 37. So, I mean, they're giving up threes as well as far as Utah. I don't think they're going to clock down on defense. That's the reason why I would say I lean the Lakers, honestly. But I want my guy Dutch to cash, so I ain't going to say nothing negative about your play, bro. Just go ahead and get your money because I ain't on the Lakers, bro. Go ahead and get your money, bro.
We go. You can cheer for Utah to cover for Dutch, even as Laker fans, because you're not betting the other side. You're not betting
at all
the Lakers here. I like the over 2. That's. I'm just going to keep riding it until it stops at this point. And Malik Monk, 16.5 is what we're looking at. And keep in mind, Malik Monk, he's had a couple outliers. But remember, the Denver game, he only scored 4 points, but that was a blowout. Starters came out in that game. You have to remember that. He still scored 18 or more points 5 of the last 7.
The Kings game was a blowout too. Or
right.
The Memphis game.
Yep.
So Donovan the 2 times where he really didn't score was a blowout.
Yeah, or he didn't play as much. Yeah.
If the Spider Donovan Mitchell plays 35 plus minutes tonight, he's going for 40 plus easy. I mean, these motherfuckers can't stop nobody, and we got one of the more talented dudes in the league tonight in LA. Probably, under the lights. Big day today. I'm telling you, man, it's not good for LBJ. He couldn't show up on Christmas. He ain't gonna show up today. The story is not gonna be fitting for him. It's what it is.
No. It keeps going like this for the Lakers. They'd be hard pressed to defend the Pub Sports Radio All-Star basketball team at this point in time if you were to put one together. That's how much trouble they're having right now at that end of the floor. All right, before we turn to our best bets and freshest look to wrap it up, quick thoughts on the Super Wild Card game tonight, Monday Night Football, Cardinals-Rams. I said on NFL Pub Hub and the Football Frenzy show that I like the Cardinals and the over in that game, and I gave you my reasons, so I'm not going to repeat them. I'll just leave it at that and let the other guys on the crew here talk about it. Wham, anything you like here? Arizona Cardinals, LA Rams tonight.
So I don't have any action on this game here whatsoever. So just don't take my I'm just not advice or anything. I'm just going to tell you guys how I'm feeling about this game, just being a fan here. I think the Rams are actually going to win this game. Maybe Matt Stafford doesn't have the best game, maybe even throws 2 interceptions, but somehow they come out and win this game just through the trenches, through the defense. I don't think they're going to allow these guys to run the ball. Chase Edmonds and Connor maybe intact, maybe kept in check here, and the wide receivers, Cooper Kupp, OBJ, show out today, be enough here to get them to win this game. So that's the way I'm thinking. Even 2 interceptions for Stafford, I'm even saying that could happen, but I think they still be able to figure out on the ground through here. Sony Michel, maybe even Cam Akers have a big game tonight.
Yeah, definitely. Stafford has 10 interceptions in the last 4 games. It's not good at all, just seeing that kind of a statistic at not one bit. He's minus 120 to throw an interception. That's actually one of the props I like in the game tonight. Stafford INT, minus 120. I do like that quite a bit. Dutch, what do you think here of the football game?
Yeah, man. Shout out to our guy Sam Comer here every day. Love the energy, my guy. He's liking the Rams. And I can't lie to you, I like the Rams a fucking awful lot, just like our guy Wham Bam said. I just believe they're a better team. I don't like that Bobano's on the other side. And I think coming here shortly, we're going to hear another motherfucking Arizona. But, hey, I got to say, I believe that Donald is the best fucking player on the field. I believe right now, I think Matthew Stafford, say what you will, I'll take him over Kyle Murray. I just would. I know it hasn't been great of late, but I like the motherfucker more than Kyle Murray. I think Kyle Murray's one big hit away from being on the sidelines. Make this motherfucker throw. Don't let him run. And it should be a long-ass day for them. I like Ramsey. I like the receivers that, my man Wham Bam mentioned as well. I think, honestly, it's just another – I think the Rams, if they play the way they should from a coaching level to what's on the field, I believe this game shouldn't be close. But, it does scare me that a lot of smart guys are on the Cardinals. And they did get the 4 too, so I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, and they've been best on the road this year. All year.
Yeah, the better team on the road, but they lost 5 straight, I believe, right, coming in. And when you do that, it usually don't turn out too well in the playoffs. I've been around. You usually don't turn it on when it gets, to this situation. If you can't turn it on in the last 5 weeks, you ain't going to turn it on in the motherfucking playoffs on the road, in my opinion.
All right, we'll see how it plays out. Skee, what do you like here, Cardinals-Rams?
Bro, what have the Rams been doing? I mean, you trusted Matt Stafford with your money? He threw 7 picks, bro, in the last 3 games. He fumbled twice. Come on,
cruise control.
Man, which quarterback I trust more? The quarterback I trust that he ain't threw no picks the last 3 weeks. That's who I trust more with my money tonight. Cardinals Donald could be the best player. The rest of the defense ain't been doing nothing. I mean, it's not the same Ram defense from last year. They not like that this year, bro. So I trust the Cardinals defense. I trust the Cardinals on the road. All they do is put money in your pocket. They covered, I think, 8 and 9. They covered all 6 as a road dog. Give me the Cardinals tonight. You give me 4. I'll take them plus 4. I know it was dropping when I looked like 3 or something. I think the Cardinals could even win the game. No way I'm laying with Stafford. And give me that interception prop too. Give me that shit.
There we go. With authority. Matt Stafford to throw an interception in Arizona. And by the way, they're gutted at the safety spot tonight, the Rams.
Yeah, that's what scares me. They got
out. Yeah, they got Eric Weddle out of retirement, basically. Called him up in an emergency spot. And he's actually going to start for them tonight because Taylor Rapp's out.
That's some wild
Jordan
shit.
Fuller is the big one. Jordan Fuller's their leading tackler, number of tackles this season. Fuller led the team. He's a defensive signal caller. He's one of the leaders that gets everybody in their position at the line of scrimmage. That injury to Jordan Fuller is significant for the LA Rams, and we'll see if it comes back to hurt them here tonight against this Arizona team. I'm thinking it might, but again, we'll see how it plays out. Great stuff with Skee, with Wham, with Dutch. thanks to everyone for joining us. 217 live viewers. Hit the like button. We've got Net Profit College Basketball with Max and Connor at the top of the hour. Best bets and freshest look coming up. All right, Southtown 101. When you're in San Antonio, Texas, stop in. Great food, drink, live music, DJs, karaoke. Manscaped, promo code PubSports, 20% off your purchase. Lawnmower 4.0 or any Manscaped product, get 20% off with promo code PubSports. And MyBookie.ag, NBA, college basketball, NHL, UFC, still lots of NFL playoff action to come. Make sure you sign up at mybookie.ag, Bitcoin accepted currency for your deposit. Mybookie.ag, promo code PubSports. Good stuff. Pub Rub $14.99, 2 for $25 as well. Check that out. PubSportsRadio.com. All right, best bets, Dutch's freshest look. Let's get to it. Wham, let's get you started first here. Best bet for tonight.
Let me make sure we hot. And I'm also going to make sure we're giving you guys nothing stale here. So we're going to go to P-Town, where we're not going to be pushing P, but we're going to be pushing the 3. We're going to go Nasir Little over 1.5 3-point makes at plus 112. Let's get that cash, bro.
There you go. Nasir Little, Portland. Over made threes for Wham with his best bet. Dutch, freshest look.
I can dig it. Ooh, okay. Yeah, freshest look, man. We going to Cali. And it being Medicaid Monday and me being the true connoisseur that I am, it's only right we go with the best thing smoking. And that's that motherfucking Laker pack. Yeah, man. Drop it on the motherfucking Utah Jazz. minus 4.5. That's good money. The 4-piece in the hooker, real good money. Yeah, man.
There you go. Utah minus 4.5 against the Lakers. Dutch got the Jazz. Dutch got the Jazz tonight against LA to get it done for his freshest look. Skee, what do you got? Best bet.
Yeah, that ain't P right there. I don't know. That ain't P right there. I ain't with fading the Lakers. Hey, but I'm gonna push P in a different way. I'm gonna push that pace. Lakers, you know they're gonna go up and down. They ain't gonna play no defense. We getting up and over 230.5.
All right, Jazz Lakers over 230.5. It's been a wheelhouse bet for me and for Skee lately. Back to it tonight. Jazz and Lakers over 230.5 for Skee with his best bet. Mine is going to be hopefully a game you can watch on TNT and win in just about an hour or so from now. Milwaukee minus 5 against Atlanta. Fading this horrible Hawks team. Milwaukee off a loss to Toronto. I think Giannis and the Bucks feast on a reeling Hawks squad and win by enough of a margin to cover that number. Let's go Milwaukee Bucks. minus 5 against Atlanta. My best bet for this Monday, Martin Luther King Day NBA slate. And that's a wrap. Thanks to everyone for joining us. Hit the like button on the way out. Net Profit College Basketball. Connor Maxwell Smart coming up next. We'll be back tomorrow for Skee Profit, Dutch Boy Fresh, Trot Wham. I'm Ian Cameron. Have a great Monday night. Enjoy the games and good luck. We'll talk to you again tomorrow on Tuesday, 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific for another edition of the NBA Pub Hub right here on Pub Sports Radio. And not Ian this time, not Ian, Dutch this time. Take us home.
Yeah, man. You know where it's at, Pub Sports Radio. Be sure to like, subscribe if you have not, and share the video. Enjoy the holiday. Stay heavily medicated on this beautiful Monday. Stay fresh. Stay blessed. Let's stay putting these motherfucking bookies to rest. Yeah, man.